Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday morning. Okay. Anybody that's ever watched one of my live streams knows one thing that I say every time before we start is I don't expect anybody to agree with me 100% of the time. Okay? Not any of you, not Mrs. P, not PBJ, not anybody. These are my thoughts, my opinions, and I'm entitled to them just like you are. Okay? That being said, please understand, I don't agree with anybody else 100% of the time either. I'm not one of these Donald Trump fanboys or something that, oh, Trump said it, so it must be a great idea. No, I've told you many times, somebody pulls off an idiotic idea, I'm going to say something about it. Told you guys numerous times. I think one of the dumbest things he's ever said is, I want to make Canada the 51st state. Okay, that's as moronic as it comes. Before I get into this, I want to make it also abundantly clear here that I have no side in the Israel-Iran war. Okay? I always get a kick out of it as everybody seems to think that you have to pick a side. No, I don't. I really don't care who wins between the Yankees and the Red Sox. I really don't care who wins between the Bears and the Packers. It doesn't make a difference to me. And yes, for all you Cowboys and Eagles fans, I don't care there either. Okay? I don't have a side. I don't have a side in Russia-Ukraine. I wish it'd stop. I don't have a side in Israel, Iran. I wish it would stop. You think about all these wars that are going on. Is it the people or is it the politicians, the ones who are only hungry for money and power, that want these wars? In either case, I can't say, for example, okay? But personally, I have no interest in me, my family, my neighbors, or anything going into Iran and fighting for Israel, or going into Israel and fighting for Iran, or Ukraine, or Russia, or anything of the sort, okay? No, it ain't my battle. I am a complete supporter in defending the United States from all these illegals. That's a war I would get into. Okay? But what goes on in some of these foreign countries, I don't give a damn. Simply put. The problem we're running into is the people in power. Why, I have no idea, okay, seem to be hell-bent on getting us involved in a war. For the most part, the United States hasn't been involved in a war one way or the other for the last 35 years, okay, ever since Desert Storm. And gee, we've got to go here, we've got to go there, we've got to do something because nothing says strength like going out and killing a bunch of people. And yes, I'm a veteran. You guys know this, okay? You look at what's going on in Israel, Iran, and you look at some of the stupidity coming out of the United States in all of this. And I still ask the question, why the hell are we even involved? I got a kick out of one comment yesterday, one news story, and Iran comes up and says, well, this can all be stopped with one call from Donald Trump. I'm like, hey, I got a great idea, Iran. Why don't you call Netanyahu? We don't need to be involved in this. Again, I asked the question, why in the world does the United States have to be the peacemaker for everybody? Screw them, all right? You guys want to be idiots and fight each other, that's up to you. We're out, okay? No, you attack us, that's a different story. But no, We got enough problems here in our own country that our time is better spent on than dealing with your problems, okay? Again, because I didn't see Israel or Iran helping at all with all the riots over the weekend with the no kings protest. All right? We got our own problems. You deal with yours, we'll deal with ours, and everybody will be home. We don't have to go deal with your problems. You look at this conflict, this war that's going on, and it's like, it's not going to solve. I mean, you think about it. In November 1947, the United Nations basically created Israel, okay? Created a territory for them, all right? Immediately, literally the next day, okay, we had the beginning of the Arab-Israel War. We had the Suez Crisis. We had the Six-Day War. We had the Yom Kippur War. We had the Lebanon War. We had the First Intifada. We had the Second Intifada. We had it doesn't matter. The Arabs and the Jews aren't going to get along. Deal with it. That's their own damn problem. If they kill each other, they kill each other. That's fine. We don't need to be involved. Done. Yet, all the neocons and the warmongers in the United States, for some idiotic reason, think we have to. Now, there's certainly no love lost between me and Lindsey Graham. I mean, I think that little fruitcake is a national disaster, okay? Of course, he thinks we should be full-on going to war, whole 9 yards. As he put it, we need to go all in. I mean, Lindsey practically wants troops on the ground, okay? South Carolina, you need to get rid of him, okay? But then you start looking at other ones, all right? Tom Cotton, Arkansas, Senate Intelligence Chairman, okay? He's all for Israel blowing the crap out of Iran. He's, quote, proud to stand with Israel. Okay. You've got Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, who said Israel is right. Israel has a right to defend itself. Defending yourself isn't a first strike term. I'm okay with Palestine and all that crap, and Hamas. Israel was defending itself. Hamas attacked Israel. Israel's retaliating. I get it. With Iran, they're not defending themselves. Israel struck first. They're the aggressors. Now, say whatever you want about, they're preemptively getting rid of the Iran nuclear program or whatever because it could be dangerous. Okay. Except Tulsi Gabbard, who's the Director of National Intelligence, has said within the last 3 months to Congress that U.S. intelligence continues to have no proof that Iran is building a nuclear weapon. Have an issue there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not pro-Iranian by any means, okay? I'm pro-civilian. Why don't we go on to the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, okay? He wants to get involved, all right? He's saying that we could have military backing of U.S. personnel in Israel. That's interesting. You could add John Barrasso from Wyoming. You could add Dan Sullivan from Alaska, whole 9 yards. I mean, just going on through. There are plenty of neocons, plenty of warmongers that are there, all right? Then you get the other side, again, notice I'm sticking to all the Republicans here first, okay? Tom Massey, who I'm no fan of, all right? He's got some good ideas, but Tom Massey most of the time is an idiot. He thinks he just stands there, I'm voting against this so I can stop everything, even though you're all by yourself. It's like, Tom Massey, I understand what you want to do, but unless you've got 219 or 218 people with you, shut up, okay? Rand Paul, probably one of the senators that I have a tendency to agree with more often than not. As he put it, no war with Iran, okay? The neocons' latest plan must be opposed. I agree. I'd say I probably agree with about 90% of the stuff Rand Paul does. Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay? You know, the left's whipping post, the one they like to mock. I hate to tell you this. She's probably one of the smartest people in Congress, okay? She's a firebrand, no question. But start coming up with many things that she does wrong. What she's accused of and what she's actually done are two different things, okay? The Democrats like to paint her as the Republican equivalent of AOC. The difference is Marjorie Taylor Greene has a brain, okay? But her comment, I'm praying for peace. Peace, that's my official position. That's her comment. I'm going to agree with that one, okay? You go to Warren Davidson from Ohio, same thing. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Good. Now, far be it from me to say that Democrats are wrong 100% of the time. They're damn close, don't get me wrong, okay? You want to hear about a bad decision, go look at what the Democrats believe in. However, it's only about 99% of the time. God forbid I agree with something Bernie Sanders is doing, but I do. Bernie Sanders has introduced legislation to prevent Donald Trump from dragging us into war with Iran, okay? Tom Massey is also saying something. So you've got bipartisan support here to keep us from going into Iran just on a presidential dictate. Good. The only question I have in regards to this, and this is the same thing other Democrats are saying, you know, we want to stop this. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas herself, you know, saying the same thing. My only question is, why weren't you saying this when Joe Biden got us involved in Ukraine? Okay. Because it's the same damn thing. Sending money, sending weapons, etc., etc., etc. It works both ways. You wanted the war then. You don't want this one. Here's where you pick a side. Either you want war or you don't. I don't want anything to do with Ukraine. I've made that perfectly clear. I don't want anything to do with Iran. Israel. Made that perfectly clear. Okay? We have no place in this at all. F them. Okay? You're on your own. This one, Iran, Israel, this is Bibi's war. This is Netanyahu's war. He came out the other day and said, he's Donald Trump's little brother. Okay? Then shut up and negotiate a peace. Iran said yesterday they wanted to have a ceasefire. They don't necessarily want a peace, but they want a ceasefire. This conflict between the Arab nations and Israel is never going to end. We can have every meeting at Camp David, we could have the Abraham Accords, we could have whatever. You're never going to have the people come and shake hands and go, oh, my brother. Okay. If it does, that's the day the sun doesn't come up. All right. Just not going to happen. Let them do it. Let them blow the crap out of each other. We have no business there. Not one drop of American blood. Not $1 from the United States. needs to go over there. If Israel had enough capacity to start this war, then Israel should have enough capacity to continue this war. Just because they lobbed a whole bunch of missiles doesn't go, oh my God, we need help, please send us more. No, if you didn't have the equipment to do it, you shouldn't have started in the first place. Sorry. By no means, under no circumstances, do I want us in this war. None. Okay. And you hear the topics, like I said yesterday, close the Straits of Hormuz. That's going to screw us. If we have U.S. military installations or something like that, bombed, terrorized, whatever, which Iran has already said that they're considering the U.S. involved because we're helping shoot down Iranian missiles. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the benefit of humanity, not just the benefit of Israel. I get it, but I don't want to be there. It's our money that's being spent. Sorry, Israel, you need to shoot them down on your own. But I get it, okay? We do not need to be sending troops. We do not need to be sending equipment. We do not need to be sending money anywhere. I give you this to think about. During World War II, we had the Department of War, right? The War Department, well, you've heard that in movies. I don't care if it's a John Wayne movie or a Captain America movie. The War Department, right? World War II ended, and they changed the name to the Department of Defense. Go look up the definition between war and defense and see which one we're actually doing. I agree with the defense part. The hell with the war part. Pinball out.